I ain't never made a call to Diddy. I got Diddy's number, just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
He told me to take me shop. I looked at him like, what you just said?
Woo. This is a tight one. And the winner is Eminem, the Eminem Show.
Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? Yep.
You really hate Sean Combs.
Why would they be thinking that?
Because of the things that you post on Instagram,
Yeah,
because of the...
Look at this. And let's stop for a second and do say that I hated him enough to hire his kids. And we've never done anything to each other. So it's just competitive energy and things that you say about other artists while you're in hip-hop culture.
That's why I don't be going to them puffy parties. They can hug you from the front and the back at the same time. What you talking about? Look, if you into that, I'm fine with it. To get you song. I'm just saying this ain't my down the party. I like it. So comfortable. I think I belong in the girls' bathroom. Like that is good.
The reason why their groups are so close is because all of them have a certain type of STD. I think they all got the alphabet. Now, bear with me, guys, because I'm not even trying to cap. I looked at it like this. You know they're not using condoms, right? So if you're in a party not using condoms, it ain't like you could catch something twice, right? You know, so if you already got something, ain't like you can catch it again. So I believe, one of my theories is that these people at these Diddy parties were so close because they all had STDs.
I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties. Yeah. So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participate. So
was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that 50. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal.
For decades, hip-hop has been defined by big personalities' fierce rivalries and explosive secrets, with few feuds as visible or long-lasting as the one between 50 Cent and Diddy. What started as quiet competition between two New York icons gradually turned into nearly 20 years of open tension, with 50 Cent constantly taking shots at Diddy. Recently, the rivalry escalated beyond jokes and online trolling, as 50 Cent claimed insider knowledge about events at Diddy's infamous private parties, implicating several high-profile celebrities and sending shockwaves through the music world. The feud traces back to the early 2000s when 50 Cent, recovering from being shot 9 times and dropped from his label, took up ghostwriting to make ends meet. One of his ghost-written verses ended up being performed by Diddy on G and Depp's track, Let's Get It, placing them in the same circle despite not working together directly. From that moment, their relationship stayed tense, laying the groundwork for years of public conflict.
More cred than you, living after being shot 9 times.
I don't know what the criteria are for street credibility. Or
That's
if there's something that creates more merit for you. I looked at that experience as something that was unfortunate that I had to.
I forget, why did the guy shoot you 9 times? Was it drugs or something?
He was paid to do it.
He was paid to do it?
Yeah.
Who would want to shoot you?
Why were you targeted?
You're such a good guy.
It's my past.
It was a drug thing?
No,
like a business thing?
Karma.
Karma?
Explain to me again why this guy was hired to shoot you 9 times.
Well, he was paid because someone, felt like that I would potentially do something to them if they kept going in the direction that they were going.
Man, you are tough.
What are you talking about?
The fact that somebody put out a hit on him because he was going to f somebody up? What kind of shit is that? That's crazy.
But what is this all over?
I don't know.
It's difficult to explain, Robin, because you're not actually in the environment or involved in
Just explain it.
You can explain it to me.
We'll see if we can follow it.
Nah, man, it's just,
what happened? What had you...
It's so tough.
You were pissed off at someone and you were going after them. What were you pissed off about?
Nah, we was just having differences.
Oh, like over what? A woman?
Nah,
no
just
way.
Going back and forth. Like, a guy got robbed in the actual neighborhood.
And he accused you of robbing.
Nah, he just seen me communicating with someone who actually
robbed him.
And he misinterpreted the conversation because he seen me laughing and us talking, but he didn't know I grew up with the guy.
You're talking to a guy who you don't even know up this other guy.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they think you're in cahoots with this guy.
Yeah, because you see you laughing and talking, they figure you laughing and talking about them.
Pain-wise, how bad is it to get shot in the face? Like, I mean...
Probably... I don't know how to describe that outside of.
Is it a 10 on the pain scale?
It's not really like, because it's not as painful as having to visit the dentist repeatedly for root canal.
Really? Do you think you're dead at that point when you take 9 bullets? Do you go, oh, this is it, I'm checking out?
Oh, it's a life-threatening situation. It's just not. I've seen people going to the hospital under circumstances that were way less intense and not come out.
Yeah, it's a miracle you live. Did you think you were like Jesus had saved you or something? Like, did you have a religious?
Where were all these bullets?
Oh yeah, you have those moments where you get a little closer connection to your higher power because you kind of don't have an answer.
But where were all these bullets? Because if you're shot 9 times, and you live, it probably didn't hit anything important.
Meanwhile, how lame is this guy who?
Everything's important, Robin. Everything's important.
But 50, how lame is this?
Put you in one of your unimportant areas, Robin.
Yeah, right. What's an unimportant area? You're right.
What the?
Oh yeah, he shot you in unimportant areas.
I'm talking medically.
But it's amazing your face isn't scarred from getting shot in the face, right?
I got the little dimple.
Oh, by 2002, 50 Cent had emerged as one of hip-hop's most aggressive and unapologetic voices. And he didn't hold back in taking aim at anyone, with Diddy quickly becoming a prime target. This went beyond mere competition, as 50 Cent's words carried a clear undercurrent of distrust. Rather than staying silent, he leveraged Instagram, interviews, and his own television platforms to openly mock Diddy, sometimes playfully, but often with serious implications, questioning Diddy's behavior, ridiculing his public image, and highlighting what he saw as contradictions between Diddy's projected persona and his true character.
Comes back, and it's like all of Puff's problems are coming from the ministers touching little boys.
What you mean?
The laws are the way they are because
because of the priests.
The priests touching little boys.
Yeah. Oh. Why are we looking at me, bro? I just go to church. I just go to church, bro. I have nothing to do with this. I have an alibi.
That's why the laws allow me to go that far back.
Turn away from you, right? I'm just a Catholic kid. Why? You've been diddled, dude. No. What's the body of Christ taste like? It's sacrilegious. You can't do that.
He's like, yo, drink my blood.
Yo. So it is crazy when after 20 years they come out. That is foul.
But with Puffy, you were the only one saying anything for decades.
Yeah, because we had our own little thing.
But you were the only. Everybody else is scared.
Huh?
But everybody else is scared. So you think maybe this is a similar thing where everybody else is scared? I don't know what it is. I'm just asking.
I think they're scared.
But if they're scared, then that's what I'm thinking.
Insinuating Jay-Z a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you've been saying people are gonna come for him a little bit.
No, I thought he would do funky stuff like the Super Bowl. Like it was not okay for me to be at the Super Bowl.
Oh, he tried to cut that.
Yeah, he didn't want me to. Well, they worked to make like there was an issue with me in the NFL that doesn't exist.
And so then, he did the corporate way of trying to keep you down. Oh, it's not me, it's them.
It's them. And then when M says he's not gonna do it if I'm not there, then
let's go.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what's your and Jay's issue?
It's just competitive stuff.
It's really just competitive.
This is what I'm saying. When it gets past actual art, like actual music, and you're trying to block something that's in business, then it feels weird. It feels like we should be having beef.
Oh, okay. So that's the behind the scenes thing that we don't see. It's one thing when there's like people talking about each other in music, but there's behind the scenes business deals that a guy is getting involved with on the side, and it's not like you're gonna go public and be like, they tried to stop my vitamin water.
This deal, and you go, he said that to you, like.
Wow.
Like they'll speak to your temperament. Like say, if 50's a little crazy, he'll say anything. You see what saying anything did to Kanye.
So they're he's basically trying to scare people out of doing you.
He later revealed plans for a full documentary series focused entirely on Diddy and the expanding list of allegations against him, framing it not as a random social media stunt, but as a deliberate project to uncover the hidden side of one of the music industry's most powerful figures. And by May, 50 Cent had sold the rights to Netflix, ensuring the story would reach a global audience of millions.
Thank you. Now let's get to a few of this morning's other big headlines.
Starting with a bombshell announcement amid the mounting lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs, Houston rapper 50 Cent announced yesterday that he's the executive producer of a docu-series about the assault and allegations against Combs. The series will also discuss trafficking and racketeering charges Combs is facing. The series is expected to make a premiere on Netflix, but a date has not yet been set.
So you have something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that all of the stuff that he's doing. I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go into the 90s, and PPD said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
So like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries. They went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily have a responsibility to behave a certain way according to them, and if I didn't have an award-winning director doing it, if I hadn't put the right people in place to produce it properly, I would understand why they would question or doubt anything.
Let me ask you this, do you think she knew what he was doing?
I believe she knew he was doing the freak-offs, but do I believe she knew he was allocating different monies to different places and which way it was going, which offshore accounts, which Swiss banks accounts, and all that shit was going in? Nah. I think she just was enjoying the fruits of the labor.
But why you believe she knew about the freak-offs?
Because one of the witnesses said she was there. And then you remember this, bro? Check it out. People tell off on themselves so much, man, and I don't understand when people don't catch it. Diddy has said this. He said, when I give a party, I have to have an ambulance outside of the house. Paramedics ready. That people have to take IVs. Remember the time that him and his mama kissed each other on the lips?
Yeah, I remember that video.
Do you remember that both of them was getting an IV at the same time?
Yeah, I did notice that.
That's from the Diddy freak-off party. And I'm gonna say allegedly.
So let me ask you this. You knowing her in that, you knowing her personally, is she the kind of person that, will be a part of a freak-off thing?
I think that she liked to party, and she party with young people. She's always been like that.
But to get back to this lawsuit, right? Lil Rod, he also alleges that, Diddy, he would grope his genitals and he would grope his anus.
My man, I didn't understand that one right now, because his anus is your asshole. His genitals is his nut. So I guess he had to be naked when Puff was doing that. Where was he at? What was he doing? Because he said that they never had. So if you read it in the thing, they never had. He made claims that they never had. But how would he grope your anus? Your asshole? How would he play with your genitals?
Yeah, it don't make sense. I mean,
it don't make sense. How you wake up butt the F naked with two other men in the bed with Diddy and nothing happened? I think he was just trying to save face, man.
But do you think it's a possibility that he meant that, Diddy will grope his, butt, instead of anus? I mean, because I'm trying to figure out how does that work, somebody groping your anus.
You're going to say your butt. The lawyer would say, what do you mean? He would say, my butt cheeks. There's a such thing called butt cheeks. Your two cheeks. He said anus. The anus is the asshole. How did he get that far? Lil Rod, you gotta say no to Diddy something. No, that shit ain't funny, man. But you gotta say no.
So from you reading the lawsuit, right, you feel like he had relations with Diddy?
When me being a former investigator, I think Lil Rod was trying to save face on certain things, that he had somewhat of a relationship, or he was doing some things with Diddy that he didn't want to really come out in that fashion. Because there's no way that he gonna wake up and his anus is hurting and his genitals is all over the place, and he's in the bed after being drunk or drugged and saying nothing happened. And you think that Diddy gonna be in the bed with 3 other men and nothing happened? It doesn't sound logical. If we're reading and believing what he said in those papers. If you woke up in bed and you was drunk or intoxicated on ecstasy, on whatever drugs that they put in there, roofied you or whatever, and you not feeling right, something is wrong. Wouldn't you say? Something is wrong. He didn't say, we woke up with all my clothes. He said, we woke up butt the F naked.
For now, the situation remains unresolved, but 50 Cent maintains that a list exists and vows to bring it to light eventually. When Diddy's trial ended, he was cleared of major charges like racketeering and trafficking, but found guilty of transporting women for prostitution, confirming that some long-standing rumors about his private life had truth. And 50 Cent used this moment not just to mock Diddy, but to portray the verdict as proof that the mogul's lifestyle was rooted in exploitation and deception, reinforcing the claims he had hinted at for years.
The violation I have experienced during the assault has had lasting effects on my body, causing ongoing health problems and complications. The combination of physical and emotional pain has created a cycle of suffering from which it is so hard to break free. I want to continue on this journey towards recovery and healing. I'm glad that he is locked up, but that a temporary feeling of
The fallout only strengthened 50 Cent's momentum, as courtroom evidence made it harder to dismiss his claims as baseless, and each development added credibility, crucial currency in hip-hop. His approach has never been random trolling. Every move is calculated. By connecting Diddy's trial to his Netflix documentary, he keeps the story alive beyond the headlines while Instagram posts and public jabs maintain attention. And hints at a celebrity list keep fans and insiders on edge, with no one knowing if or when he'll reveal names. But it's clear that if anyone will, it's 50 Cent. His strategy isn't just about exposing Diddy, it's about controlling the narrative and forcing the industry to confront long-buried truths. The public eagerly follows every post and cryptic clue, convinced he knows far more than he says, while industry insiders largely stay silent, unwilling to anger Diddy's supporters or reveal connections to the private events. With that silence only reinforcing 50's claims, speaking out could risk careers. But 50 Cent, with empires in music, film, television, liquor, and real estate, doesn't need Diddy or industry approval, giving him the freedom to speak louder than anyone else.
His thing was turning straight men gay. That was his thing. Where's Hype? What's his last film project?
Really?
Yeah, DMX was a star in that.
Facts. Jab, my question to you is, and again, we're just talking the psychology of a man.
What if the entertainment industry is nothing but a cover for a worldwide dream?
You mentioned who's on tapes and who got tapes out.
Yeah.
The purpose of having a recorded freak off.
Yeah.
What does that do for the male? What does that do for the female? Like, some females are cool with it. What is the thought behind that as far as, let's record this session and either rewatch, keep it for sale? Is it evidence? Is it just, like, what is the mentality behind having
if you can
the
own
visual memory?
Their vulnerability, if you can own that, you have the ability to control and manipulate that person. See, guys start off by saying, "Ooh, man, I don't want to watch porn. I just want to watch us." See, that's the line.
That's the line.
Would you rather me be watching us than watching a bunch of other? See, the finesse, that fluff. Do you really want me watching anybody else but you? I could look at you all day. Vanity. See, make her feel special. Make her feel like she's the only, the object. Meanwhile, this is sitting here thinking, so her daddy works at Sony and I need such and such his contract ended.
Does it also work this way for men?
Absolutely. And it's worse for the men. Women are used to being the victims of, not men. No man walks in thinking that another man is looking at him like a lollipop. Not a straight man. You are only hip to the that you hip to. You know what I mean? Which is why you hear so many people say they went to Diddy parties and they felt like something was off and decided to leave, or they got invited to another room and they decided to go because they felt like it wasn't right, or whatever the case may be. These was literally walking in there not thinking. Seriously, but the thing is, they were still willing to take the chance to go because everybody's been hearing these.
This is no longer simply about revenge or entertainment for 50 Cent. It's about accountability. He has made it clear he wants Diddy to face real consequences and is determined to use every tool available, social media, documentary filmmaking, and possibly revealing the names of those involved to make that happen.
I didn't do nothing Puffy did. Yeah, no, it was just so excitement. There's so much excitement that there was no reason for me to put something in our drink.
Oh my goodness.
I need you to remember. I need you to remember this.
The foundation.
Thank you. I told you I jump around.
Puff haven't liked each other business-wise for a long time.
Well, that's why it's only business. It was really, away from that, I explained why I didn't hang out with him. Right? Because it's fluffy.
It's not your scene.
It's not my stuff.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, "Yo, I'll take you shopping." And I'm like, "What you mean?" Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. And now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you, and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards. Or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. And when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter, like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, "Yo, nah, I gotta spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this." And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable. You don't hear him talking about French. French was right there. Right?
Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm scared.
Well, no, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, they see this. You see this. They see this.
They see it.
Nah, you see this. They want to act like, oh, we got nothing to do with that. If we could just...
No, that ain't it.
The feud between 50 Cent and Diddy, spanning nearly 2 decades, has evolved beyond jokes and personal attacks, with 50 Cent claiming knowledge of celebrities impacted by Diddy's infamous parties and showing determination to reveal that information. And with a Netflix documentary series on the way, the conflict has become fully public and the stakes higher than ever